like your haters surround me like vultures on the dead body. Get the fuck from around me, ain't tryna be your...
What's up?
What is up, legends?
Welcome back to the THETICBOYS podcast. Hopefully, the audio settings is all right on your guys' end. We had a comment last podcast saying the audio is bullshit, it's trash. I can't hear you guys. What the hell?
Yeah, so hopefully it's fixed now.
I did turn it up a little bit, so hopefully you guys can hear us just a little bit better this time.
And I hope you guys are digging the new intro song.
Yeah, that was like either Hated or Ignored from the Suicide Boys. Very slowed down, which is like kind of a vibe. I was gonna play All That Glitter Not Gold. I was like, let's just change it up.
Yeah, I mean, new podcast room. It's only 2 people now, so it's just, I feel like we got to switch it up.
Yeah, it used to be 3, and that was a tweak.
So, but now we're in a different setup, different song. It just feels right. And this was like me and his favorite song too.
Yeah,
so.
this is the song that like really got me and Joey pretty close together because like we had a crazy realization. Shout out to Vic, with our boy Vic that came into town one time for Dallas. I'm so sorry. Okay, we got Ben FaceTiming me. I don't give a fuck though. It's live, bro. Hey, we're shooting a podcast, motherfucker, and we're live right now.
Literally right now. What's up, Ben?
You're live right now.
Shout out, Ben.
Shout out to Ben. OG
Chicken and Rice.
Sags.
You guys are going to be seeing him very, very soon.
Yeah, you guys are going to be seeing this guy on my phone, Mr. CEO Chicken and Rice, in that guest seat here soon.
Next episode, actually.
I had a question about the ISO and shutter speed, but I already figured it out and I looked it all up.
So thank you, Ben.
See you, brother.
See you, brother.
That guy is simply not real.
That's not real.
Also, by the way, I'm your host, RISERFIT.
Oh, yeah, I'm Justin Martini.
So if you're new here, that's us, man.
Welcome. We are better known as Aesthetic Boys. Basically, warriors of Christ that one day is going to form an army to raid the ice walls because we live in a firmament.
Yep, that's the end goal here.
Yeah, but back to the story. So we had with our boy Vic. Shout out to Vic. He was in Dallas. We played this song, Either Hated or Ignored. We played it a couple times before I obviously knew the song by the Suicide Boys. And then, like, we were just toked out of our mind. We were driving down some strip in Dallas. And then we just, like, blare that song. And we all, like, I can't make this shit up. We all looked at each other. I think it was, like, during, like, Ruby's verse or, like, Scrim's verse. We were like,
Halfway through the song, yeah.
why is this song so fucking hard? Like, it's I swear, one of the hardest songs from Suicide Boys.
Oh, yeah. It's unbelievable.
Either hated or ignored, baby. Slow it down.
We had such a life realization.
Yeah, dude, we just started, like, floating like SpongeBob in that episode. We just, like...
I just remember Vic in the backseat just losing his shit,
Yeah,
bro.
he was like, what the fuck is going on?
Like, bro, this is so hard. It is, though. It's an insane song.
Yeah, it's a really good song. We might even change it up, too, bro. We even did, like, a fucking new Suicide Boys every intro or some shit.
Yeah.
But right now, the Either Hated or Ignored is so fire.
Yeah. This is a good one, bro.
But
I'm vibing with it.
we'll definitely just kind of dive deep. You know what I also kind of want to do live? Here, since, if you guys don't know, me and Joey are big anime guys. We're basically Itachi and Kizuna.
If you don't see it right there.
I like Obito next to him, but I was going to actually have you move. I'm going to move this guy right in front of that lamp.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of put him like right, yeah. So that's where he will remain for the rest of eternity.
And this is literally such an iconic duo. I mean, he literally looks like Itachi with the long hair, and he's the shark gill guy. I got the gills, so it only makes sense.
He's pretty shredded, so kind of just fits the description.
Yeah. So that's the iconic duo.
So by the title of this podcast, you guys are probably wondering, what the hell are these two dudes about to just absolutely go down the craziest rabbit hole on? And that is the word discipline. And it's why so many men, especially young men too,
Yeah.
lack discipline.
We got 3 main things that we're really going to be attacking and diving deep. Got the lack of God in this world, lust, and sloth. 2 of some of the worst deadly sins that most men probably fall into every single day. There's also one comment, by the way, on the last video saying...
Matter of fact, when you talk to them about that, I'm just going to go on all these comments. I'm just going to...
So, someone said they love the channel, but re-educate yourself on the mark of the beast. The Bible says the mark will be on your forehead or wrist. Yes, we know that. when we mentioned Young LA as the mark of the beast, we were not referring at all that they are the mark of the beast of the entire world. We meant that they are the mark of the beast of the fitness industry. What I think the mark of the beast is that shit that they've actually been doing to people in other countries where they put a chip in your palm so you can pay for stuff. Like you have your credit card info there, your everything else you could imagine is implanted in your palm, bro. So even if you're dead, like they can just chop off your hand and use your hand everywhere and do everything with it. That's probably the mark of the beast right there.
That shit's actually fucked.
Insane. And I think they actually, Elon or something came out with a Neuralink where they actually had the first successful one where they implanted it in a dude's head. And bro, I swear, and he was like able to, like he couldn't talk or whatever, and he was able to talk, or like he couldn't move and he was able to move. It's crazy. They implanted it in this dude's head. So
welcome to the future, people.
We're in it. AI takeover really soon.
Have you guys seen the movie iRobot with Will Smith? Yeah, that's literally gonna fucking happen before we know it. It's just karma retribution, people. You know what that word is? It's basically the saying of, we're gonna put something right in front of your face, tell you what it is, tell you what's gonna happen, but we won't get in any trouble for it because we already told you what it is and what's gonna come. Think about what the shit they put in The Simpsons. By the way, as a conspiracy theorist, I think The Simpsons are the fucking Illuminati.
Yep. TV programming. They're programming you.
What is that called, people? Literally look at the word right in front of your face. TV programming.
They're showing you in a show, and one of the most popular shows ever to exist, everything that's going to happen, and then it happens. You know how many times they've nailed everything? 9/11, Trump, COVID, potential blackout.
They got Trump in The Simpsons winning 2024. So,
let's go, baby.
Fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Praying for it.
Let me read some of these comments, okay? Because most of these comments are fucking W's.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of W comments. Shout out to everyone that showed love.
I'm gonna do the ads too. At Johnson Life. It's about time these. It's about time. See, when I read shit, I'm also dyslexic. It's about time these were the best lunch videos to watch. Oh, I think he was watching those at lunch.
Yeah.
W mans. At Sam's Harley. Very happy to see this podcast is back. W. Scrimothy. Let's fucking go, boys.
Scrimothy is a day one, bro. He's always on our shit.
Scrimothy used to be one of my clients, and he just copped something on our latest drop.
Legend.
Speaking of which.
Oh, yeah. That drop is live, by the way. If you're watching this, this could be heaven.
Read the shirt, people.
And if you want to know more about that, tap into the first episode or the most recent episode where we really dove in deep about that. I'm also rocking the shorts right now, the butterfly shorts with shrooms out of the skull's head. They're simply not real.
He's also rocking a pretty badass shirt that says, Jesus is king.
Yeah. So
motherfucker.
you get it?
Luke, very interesting, boys. Opened up my eyes a bit.
Good, Luke. I'm glad you're waking up.
I'm glad we're waking up. We're glad we're waking up your guys' eye. Now, notice how I didn't say eyes. Wicked Wanderer. W podcast from a couple of legends.
That's one of my clients, bro. He's a king.
Miles Broom, about time. RISERFIT. These boys are shit. Damn. Pablo. Listening to this podcast, hands down the most calming and relaxing thing to listen to. W podcast and W merch.
Much love, brother.
J Free. Miss these. Juan Flores. What a good pod. Have opened up my eyes more. God bless. That's my favorite type of comments. If we're like doing exactly what we pray for every single day is to like just help you guys just become closer with God, dude, that's all we really care about.
Yeah,
that's all I literally pray about every single day. Before I get to go to work and do what I love every day, I say, Dear Lord, please allow me to influence anyone else to just walk with you a little bit closer today than they did yesterday.
Amen.
Kendrick, love the podcast is back. In my opinion, the fitness industry and the gym lost its true meaning. It's a trend now, and everyone goes to the gym just to say they're trying to be that influencer. Yeah. Love that comment.
That guy gets it.
That guy fucking gets it. You got to understand, people, that when me and Joey were starting to do this fitness stuff as like our job in 2021, 2020, it wasn't even a trend, bro. And it was like, you kind of know like the day one fitness people. In my opinion, I believe Joey and me were like one of the day one like fitness guys on TikTok.
Oh yeah, OG and 2020 TikTok.
You just, over the months of like doing social media, bro, I kind of took a step back and I just realized how many other people are like copying our ideas and even copying our videos and copying like just everything. And I realized, oh fuck,
Yeah.
This is going to become a trend pretty fucking soon.
And here we are in
And
2024.
here we are. Here's that comment. Very quiet podcast. Struggling to hear. A shit podcast. Okay.
Hopefully it's better now.
Hopefully it's better now. And I also wanted to address this comment. I'll read one more and then we'll continue on. Connor Marley. You're a fucking bot. Anyone thinking about taking shrooms, don't. To have a real connection with God, you just must seek his righteousness. Matthew 6:33. Okay, people, let me just stop. I'm not going to read any more of this comment because this guy's trying to, like, basically tell us to not tell you guys to do shrooms. But last time I checked, those words never came out of my mouth, nor Joey's. We're not telling you guys, yeah, take shrooms. Yeah, do this, do that. Those words never came out of our mouths. What a podcast is that two dudes, for us, for instance, we get to speak our minds, and we're just telling you guys stories, just telling you what our experience is.
Yeah.
You'll never, never, ever hear the words come out of my mouth or Joey's mouth to say, take this, do this. We're never going to try to influence you guys to do that because at the end of the day, it's your life.
Yeah.
So
It's just our story. It's just something that we happened to stumble across in our life. We took it and it just enabled us to open up our eyes a little bit more and truly find God. And it's been a long time since we've taken shrooms.
that guy that was talking about the mark of the beast, love the channel, but you really should educate yourself.
Yeah.
You clearly don't love the channel, okay? Go fuck yourself. Also says, love y'all, but can't spread the false word. Okay, have a good day, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyways, some of those comments, absolute W's. Some of those comments were not absolute W's. Some of those comments were L's.
But hey, a comment's a comment. That's boosting the algo, getting it out to more people,
Appreciate
and trying
that.
to open up as many people's eyes and eye as possible.
And I. What is I exactly? Well, Matthew 6:22. Y'all got to figure that shit out.
Amen.
So basically, this whole podcast, we're going to basically tell you guys why we believe so many men lack discipline. And this can be in multiple aspects.
Yeah.
Joey has off the top of his mind for notes, giving you guys discipline as in what you're putting in your temples, a.k.a. the food you're fucking eating. The discipline you has to come to when you guys want to better the temple as in working out.
Yep.
Lust. Crazy discipline. We'll get
Biggest
into that.
one. Yeah.
We're talking about like watching porn, how to overcome that, and there's a couple other things that we'll get into. But I think the main thing is what, Joe?
Yeah, I think we should really start with honestly lack of God, because we'll kind of tie in everything else around it, but that's like the number one thing, bro.
That's it, people.
mean,
That's the key.
Yeah.
That's your answer to everything right there, which we just brought up. All 4 points all go to one exact answer.
Jesus.
It's
God.
literally the lack of God, people. And I used to be there.
Yeah.
Like,
We've all been there.
I have not been following God my whole entire life. I probably started following him 2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, think about it. I've lived 22, 21 years literally not following a God. So like my discipline was actually dog shit. I mean, I was morbidly obese my whole entire life growing up. 18, 19 plus years, bro. Morbidly obese. Ever since I can literally remember, I was an overweight child. Overweight in elementary school, overweight in middle school, overweight in high school. It's all because I didn't lack discipline. And it's all because I truly believe I didn't start at a young age like following God.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have I never had a dad, so I never had that mentor. I never had that man to teach me discipline. Being raised as a mother, kind of hard, because what does a mother always want to do? Comfort you, love you.
Yep.
And that's all I was doing, bro. I was just like stuffing my face. Nothing my mom's going to do, because that's what a job of a mother is to make sure that her kids are being fed and being happy. And it's kind of a shit fucking trip.
Yeah, so like, what he said is everything, there's other things we'll talk about with lust and sloth, but again, it all boils down to God. Because if you have God in your life and you have that relationship with him, like you're going to be a disciplined dude. And one thing I read in a book from this priest at my church, actually, Father Kauth, a legend, he wrote in his book that discipline comes from the word disciple. And who's a disciple? The disciples of Christ. To be a true master of discipline, you have to discipline yourself and be a disciple of yourself. Study yourself, focus on yourself, figure out who you are from within. And but the fact that it translates to disciple is if you try your best to be a disciple of Jesus, follow his ways, follow his teachings, I mean, you're going to be disciplined, bro. Like, You're gonna be peaking.
I saw a dude on some type of podcast, and he's a super big warrior Christ. You've probably seen him, Joe. It's like this. I don't have his name, bro, but I mean, this dude's like shredded as fuck, bro. Super fucking lean. And this guy was on a podcast, and someone asked, he was like, "So you don't do like any cheat meals at all, bro? You don't do like any cheat snacks?" He was like, "Nothing, not even like a little fucking Kit Kat bar, bro." But because he said, "Why would I treat my temple like shit when I have Jesus that is residing in it, or when I have God constantly residing in it?" And he says, once you truly understand that there is God in you, why would you do anything to damage that temple?
Yeah.
And that's just like the pure answer that you guys need to really understand is God resonates and resides in all of our bodies. And it truly says in the Bible, dude. We're not bodies. We're like vessels. We're temples.
Yeah.
And
We're souls.
which he like resides in.
Like we're a soul that is wrapped around this body. Like it's not the other way around. We're not a body with a soul. We're a soul with a body. So take care of it while you're here. Like you said, be in tip-top shape. And I actually saw some dude's video, which kind of makes sense, like if you really think about it. Jesus was definitely in really good shape, bro. Like this dude walked around everywhere. He was in carpenter, so he's always building shit, probably moving heavy stuff. He got beat to pretty much what would have killed anyone. You know, got whipped for like 100 times. If you guys have not seen the Passion of Christ movie, watch that because that's going to give you one of the best realistic representations of what happened to him. But this dude got beat to a point where you probably shouldn't be able to be alive or walk. And then he proceeded to carry a cross that was probably well over 300 pounds for a few miles up a mountain. So Jesus was him, bro. Like this dude was probably in such peak physical shape that it would blow our mind. So
I'm also going to be just like slowly incorporating a lot of good quotes that I love to just go back and read whenever, like, even the times where I'm slipping up. Because we all slip up. We're all not perfect beings.
we're all human.
We're all human. Joey's, he slips up, I slip up. So whenever I need like a good refresh, you can obviously read the Bible, or you can read some other authors. This guy right here, ladies and gentlemen, absolute legend. I read his book, and these two books, but this guy was the old samurai. A lot of you guys have known him. A lot of you guys maybe not know him. His name is Miyamoto Musashi.
Legend.
This guy's probably one of the most self-disciplined samurais that I've ever literally read about and learned about. This guy has like over 60 kills in his notes or whatever. And I'm just going to read a lot of his quotes that he has. He wrote this book. Really, really suggest you guys reading all of his quotes. These are just a couple of them. So I'll just go one at a time right now. One of his quotes for developing self-discipline. Accept everything just the way it is. That's it.
Yep.
That's all you need to know.
Because why would you waste your time and energy complaining about something when it already happened and it already is?
It's so funny. Right underneath that, what Joey just said, wasting time thinking about things, this guy just says, right underneath it, there's notes. Some things cannot be changed. They must be accepted just as they are.
Yeah. Like we only have so much energy to put out every single day. So if you're using even the slightest bit of that, complaining, being negative, why is this happening? Like that's not going to do anything. Just what he said, it's not going to change. Accept the now. Accept what is.
And that's another thing that kind of gets me really like fired up and really going down this kind of deep rabbit hole of building self-discipline is it really comes down to like staying present.
Yeah.
Because, for instance, let's say you're doing so well on your diet. Let's say you're fucking locked in, you're dialed in. And then for a split second, these things overcome your mind and they start to cloud your mind. What are these things? Oh, it's like cravings, right? Cravings into food. And then you kind of start like really leaning towards it. And then you become out of the present moment. You get out of the present moment because this is what you do. You're sitting down and then you start craving something. And then you keep fucking thinking about it. That's just pulling you right out of the now. Because then you're starting to think about, oh man, how good would that fucking pizza taste? How good would that burger taste right now? How good would that? People, you just got to stay present. Because there is no thinking about cheating on your diet if you're just remaining in the present moment of God. Does that make sense, Joe?
Yeah. No, the present moment is as peaceful as it can get in your life. And like truly, if you've actually never experienced the true feeling of being present, you're probably like, what are these guys talking about? But the guys that have experienced the true feeling of being present, you know, in those moments, like you're peaking, bro. Because there's no thoughts of anything bad going on because you're in the present. There's nothing. What's bad in the present? There's nothing bad in this present moment.
If you're breathing, if you're living, if you're experiencing the present, bro, you got nothing to complain about.
Yeah, you're blessed.
You are truly blessed. Another thing, if you want to become unpresent, which me and Joey definitely don't recommend, take yourself out of your body and then put yourself 20 minutes after you ate that bullshit meal that you just cracked and caved in on that. How's that person going to feel? How are you going to feel? Probably going to feel like shit. And I've been there plenty of times, dude. I've been so dialed on a diet. I've been doing so well. And then it kind of just turns into a cheat meal, bender, binge eating bullshit fiasco. Every single time, once I'm done binge eating, I feel like the worst human being on planet Earth. But then that even pulls you even more out of the present. Because then what are you doing after that? You're looking back on it. Fuck, I shouldn't have ate that. Fuck, I should have just stayed on my diet. Fuck, I shouldn't have escaped the present.
Now you're living in the past, being a bot.
See, now you're living in the past. Basically, what we're trying to tell you guys is you got to remain so present. And how do you do that? You use God. Experience God. Whenever you're about to crack, open the Bible, read the Word of God.
Yep.
You need some good discipline quotes? Well, Joey's got you covered here. You got some couple Psalms quotes here?
This is one of my favorite ones that I've posted about a few times and talked about it on my Instagram is Hebrews 12:11. And it says that for the moment all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. And I love that one. And all the gym bros watching, you can apply this to your life with the gym, with your nutrition, with everything he just talked about. That it's going to be painful and unpleasant sometimes. Torturing your body in the gym, staying on a diet, but it's going to pay off, bro. But when you crack on your diet, when you're inconsistent with your diet, inconsistent with your training, your progress is never going to get there. So suffer now or later. And I would recommend suffering now because then you're going to be peaking. And it's going to make everything else you do in life a lot easier.
Two little points I want to get down right now. Another thing being, here's another little Miyamoto Musashi quote. Do not regret anything. And this is bold letters. Do not regret anything in bold. What you have done. For instance, say you crack on a diet. And then you're regretting that. Taking you out of the present. Okay, you just cheated on your diet. You binged eat, whatever. All you have is now.
Yep.
So you can't even look past, you can't go back, bro, on that past and just like keep reliving that. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Because it's pulling you out of the present. And then you're regretting things. You can't regret anything you've ever done. So even if you do cheat on your diet, suck it up. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, look, all we have is now. Let me get right back on diet. Let me get right back in the dial. Let me get right back into the saddle. And let's do this thing.
And something else I want to add to that, a lot of guys always ask us, like, what do we do if we binge eat? The next day, do not crash diet and eat just like 1,000 calories.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Because then it's going to fuck up your relationship with food. Everything's going to go south. That's like the worst thing that you can do is crash diet and do a lot of cardio the next day. All you need to do, say you're eating 2,500 calories a day and you fucking binge ate 7,000 calories. Just hop back on your normal diet, your normal training, your normal cardio. Your body's going to reset itself, bro, over time, over the coming days. Do not crash diet. It's going to fuck up your relationship with food because we've done that.
It
doesn't help.
It's almost scary, bro, because I have looked, and so have you. We have looked like, you go to any fast food joint, bro, when I go in on like fast food, bro, I can easily hit like 15,000 calories.
Oh yeah, bro.
One meal at Chick-fil-A, one sandwich, a fry, and a drink, it's like 2,500, 3,000 calories. And a mac and cheese, maybe for 3,000, 4,000 calories. I'm eating like 3 times the amount of that every time I go to Chick-fil-A.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm dogging 3, 4 sandwiches easily, 2 large fries, a whole large mac and cheese, bro. I mean, it is so easily, and it's so scary to see that, like, how much calorie is in, like, everything. Like, there's calories, and it's all because people, you gotta understand,
It's not real.
it's all fucking fake food. It's all not real. It's, like, it's processed. I used to think, bro, my badass, Chick-fil-A, it's healthy.
Yeah, not.
Literally not, bro. Chick-fil-A is just as dog shit as Taco Bell and McDonald's. I mean,
It's the sad truth. I actually thought the chicken was pretty valid. It's not, bro. It's so shit. There's like 200 ingredients in chicken.
yeah, I did see that, bro. I saw a video.
crazy.
I saw a video about that. Chick-fil-A's, you would think you go on Chick-fil-A ingredients, look at their chicken, you probably just think, what? Chicken, right? Chicken breast, chicken. It's only one ingredient. They are, Joey's not even kidding, bro. There's like over 200 ingredients. How is that even physically fucking possible?
Yeah, it's crazy.
How is that possible?
God only knows what they're pumping in that.
You go to Taco Bell, look at the ingredients, over 100 ingredients in like every single item. You're like, you start to question a lot of things. When do you start really becoming like woke and closer with God, really start to understand He resides in the temple, you start to like question a lot of things. And
Question
you're like,
everything.
You're like, okay, wait, what the fuck is in this food?
This is literally why our only cheat meals, bro, are sushi.
I swear, dude, like me and Joey only eat sushi now.
I'll occasionally get a burger and fries but not a fast food joint. Like I'll go to like a mom and pop shop where I know they make that shit with love. And
Yeah,
not
if you're
1,000
gonna
ingredients.
if you're not gonna binge, if you're gonna get a cheat meal, bro, go somewhere where they're making that shit with love.
Yeah, straight up. Not where
go to-
there's 1,000 chain restaurants.
Yeah, you
in
go
the
to
same
any
state.
chain place, you go to a fucking fast food place, you go to a fucking pizza, bro.
You're gonna die early.
By the way, true. By the way, everyone hates their life there. They're not making it with love. They couldn't give a shit about you. Okay? You gotta figure that shit out, bro. God lives in you. Now, as Joey resets the camera, I'll give you guys another Yomoto Musashi quote. Now, is this gonna kind of lead, this might lead into like our lust thing? Is that what you have on your next?
Yeah, we can dive into lust.
Listen to this quote. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. Now, understand something. I'll read it one more time. Do not let yourself be guided by the feeling of lust or love. People, you gotta understand, everything is just feelings. You also cannot let these feelings dictate your actions, people. Just because you're pissed off that you're in a diet and you want everyone to feel bad for you, then you're giving yourself excuses, then you're saying, you know what, I deserve this cheat meal. You probably don't. Let's be honest. You probably literally don't deserve that cheat meal. You know why? Because you've probably been eating like shit your whole entire life. This is the way I think about it. I bulked for 19, 20 plus years. I think it's time I stopped bulking. I think it's time I got myself into a calorie deficit. I think it's time that I lost all my weight. I think it's time that I just try to get in the best shape of my entire life. Because I'm sorry, once you're jacked, shredded, vascular as fuck, you never feel good. You never felt better in your entire life.
Yeah, it's the peak, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. Like, boys, you gotta just lock in. Another thing I tell all my clients that I coach, a lot of these guys are a lot, on the heavier side. A lot of these dudes craving burgers, craving fast food, craving bullshit. Notice how all that food, definitely fake. I try to also remind them, like, you're craving fake food, right?
Literally, bro.
So, the thing I tell everyone, and this might be something you're dealing with, depending how old you are, I'm sure not a lot of older men will watch this channel. You gotta understand one thing. The food's not going anywhere. The burger, the pizza, they're not getting on. They're not growing 2 legs and running away.
Yeah.
The food will never go away, people. So if you have to diet down for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, like I have, you gotta understand, put in the hard work right now. Stay present. Don't even think about that food. Because if you're thinking about it, what are you doing? You're escaping the now.
Yep. Amen.
So, understand, bro. The food ain't going nowhere. Lock the fuck in on a diet. Quit being a fucking soft little bitch.
Yeah, straight up.
And get in the best shape of your entire life, bro.
Honestly, we can probably just dive into sloth because we're kind of like talking about everything for it. Because I do want to bring up something I was telling Justin earlier, bro.
Before you do that, is sloth like... What's... I don't even know.
Sloth is like laziness.
Okay.
So, mindlessly scrolling, TikTok brain, playing video games all day, not doing shit with your life, even abusing, weed and alcohol, like being a bot.
Yeah.
Just not doing anything except abusing the shit.
I find it very funny, just to kind of go on a little sidetrack here, but not really sidetrack. The form of gluttony. Okay. You can obviously tell who's performing the forms of gluttony. It's actually one of the world's deadliest sin. It's in the Bible. I saw a pastor one time that performs in gluttony. And I was like...
AKA he's fat as fuck.
I was like, what? How is this guy a pastor? How is he a father when he's currently committing a sin every single day? And then we stopped going to that church.
Oh, yeah. I can't go to it, bro. You can't listen to a fat guy talk about God.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm going to sound so fat phobic. That's because I am. I can't... When I listen to a fat person try to teach me things, I'm just like, okay, bro. I mean, I'll take it with a grain of salt. Because I already know that guy lacks so much self-discipline. He can't even control what's going in his fucking mouth.
Yeah.
He's letting his brain, his mind, control him. He's letting... Not even that. No. He's letting food control him. Because if you're not smart, food's a drug. And I've been there. I've been morbidly obese.
Oh, yeah. Food's one of the most dangerous drugs in the world.
And now we go to a church with a guy that's 6'4" and aesthetic.
Oh, yeah. He's a legend.
This guy's him. You understand that?
So, I'm on TikTok, and this pops up in my For You. This guy says, he's holding his grocery bags. He says, here's a grocery haul for an average guy in his mid-20s.
Yeah, this is not real.
So he's like probably speaking, and I bet you there's so many 20-year-olds, bro, that are like this, which is crazy. He has the worst build you guys can possibly imagine. The skinny arms and the gut. Like a big gut. I'm not talking like a baby gut.
Whenever I see those type of guys, bro, I literally think of like an alien. You got like the alien build.
Yeah, it makes no sense. I don't know how you get to that. Well, actually, I do, because he showed his diet. So again, he says, this is the grocery haul of an average guy in his 20s. So the fact that he's okay with being average and like a piece of shit blows my mind. That's a whole different story. But he whips out his groceries, bro. First thing he pulls out is like the giant like 5-pound bag of gummy worms. And he's like, I love candy. I was like, okay. Next thing he pulls out is a value box of popcorn. Not the skinny pop or anything, just a classic popcorn. Like the 20 plus value box. It was like this big. He's like, I be snacking. I love this shit. And I was like, okay. Then he pulls out Capri Sun with, God only knows how many coloring that has and sugar and carbs. Then he pulls out pre-made mashed potatoes because he said word for word, do you really think I'm going to buy raw potatoes and cook them up myself? Nah, I'm too lazy for that. It's like, okay. Then he whips out bologna because he says he thinks that would go good with the pre-made mashed potatoes. Then he pulls out a big box of Frosted Flakes, some whole milk. Then he proceeds to pull out a chocolate pretzel bag like this big, pulls out another one, another one, another one, and another one. There's 5 giant bags of chocolate pretzels. And that was it. And one of the comments was, can we get a fridge tour? So he gets a fridge tour. In the fridge, he has pre-made mashed potatoes, his bologna, a bottle of ketchup, 5 containers of food that he said, yeah, these went bad weeks ago. I've just been too lazy to throw them out. And that was literally it. And that just, bro, I don't even know. It blew my mind. There was not one thing of real food in there, except the milk. Maybe. Probably the milk.
Where's the fucking protein, bro?
Where's the protein?
Where's the real carbs?
Where's the real food in general? And this is crazy, man, that he's like almost speaking for the average guy. It's like, this is crazy to me.
It really also blows my mind, too, to like take a big step back and look at our society.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, the average test of a male is, I think, the test of like a 70, 80-year-old man.
Yep.
And it's only because of one thing. The past maybe like 2 generations, that's when the fake food really started coming in.
Yeah, big time.
Like really fake ass food, a lot of ingredients. I've seen like old clips of like the 40s and 20s and 30s of like old footage of New York people walking around. They're all like shredded. They're
Yeah,
all lean
everyone's
as
fit.
fuck. No one is fat. I remember Joey texted me one time, like a couple of weeks ago. He was like, bro, you know, back in the Gap, people used to pay money seeing an obese person like that. It was like a phenomenon.
It's literally a thing in
It
like
was-
the 1900s.
Yeah, like people didn't even believe people were fat. There's like no way. How's that even possible? You gotta also stand too. Like we live in a society that is so consumer based. There is no violence, thank God. But like, yeah, think of it back then, bro. Why was everyone so jacked, so built, so muscular, so strong? It's because we had to protect people. We had to go to war. We had to fight. We had to like old Spartans, old Vikings. The movie 300, if you guys haven't seen that, watch that movie and educate yourself.
Insane movie, bro.
Let me tell you a little something. A group of, I believe it was 50 men, 50 guys, Spartans, which are built as fuck ass dudes, aesthetic ass dudes, basically Greek gods. They go up against, I think it was like thousands or like hundreds of people that we see nowadays, like your average dad bods. They go up against all these out of shape people, don't take care of their temples, eat like shit, and these dudes toy with them, bro. And me and Joe were talking about this the other day. Like, realistically, you put us in a room with all these overweight dads, dudes, doesn't even matter, bro. I believe, like, we're taking out 100 of them. Maybe 200, maybe 300. Because I had that much confidence in myself, my build, my strength, and my will of God.
Amen.
I truly believe we live in a society now where like people don't have to worry about their life. They don't have to worry about going. I don't have to worry about protecting someone. I can just consume all this fake food, all this bullshit, and I can be content. Bro, how are you even happy with yourself? Like, how do you look yourself in the fucking mirror and you're like, yeah, I'm a man, when you look like shit? If you're out of shape, bro, understand this. All you have is now, brother. There is no past. All that stuff that you've been consuming to make you a very out of shape person, it's done for. All you have is the present moment. And this is something that I will always bring up in all of my either podcast videos, anything for like motivation. I'll never forget when I got dumped. That got me the first ever girl to get me into the gym when I was morbidly obese. I got fresh out of the shower that night. I come out the shower soaking, dripping wet. I don't like the way I look. I look at myself, I'm like disgusted. I said out loud two things. I looked at myself dead ass right in the mirror. Looked at myself, I said, Justin, you are morbidly obese. The second thing I said is, but one day you won't be. The very next day, right hand on the Bible, got a gym membership. Shout out to my boy Xander. Me and him went to the gym almost every single day. Didn't take a rest day for like, I think 8 months straight. Terrible decision, don't do that. But like, I was just so addicted to the progress. I was so addicted to lose my fucking weight. I became so addicted to become the best version of myself. And I've never even like strived to do that in my entire life. Unfortunately, it took a heartbreak for me to see that. But that's what a lot of men gotta do. You gotta understand that like, if you want something so bad enough, you need to... Is that thunder?
I think so. I think it's storming.
Fuck yeah. Aesthetic. You gotta understand, if you want something, bro, you just gotta go out and fucking get that shit.
And
It's already written.
oh yeah. I'm gonna put a little plug in too, man. If you guys need help, but you don't know what to do, you need guidance, you need someone's support, message me or Justin for coaching so you can transform. Because a lot of guys that come to us, you know, they want to change, they just don't know how. And it's okay. And I know one of the hardest things as a man is to come to another man asking for help, whether it's your ego or whatever it is that's holding you back.
It's just ego.
But sometimes, bro, you got to ask for help. I ask for help all the time. Justin asks for help all the time. At the end of the day, you got to grow and learn from each other. It's iron sharpens iron, baby. One man sharpens another.
Joey's basically my coach. If I'm being honest, I go to him to like almost everything. Training, go to him for like diet, even cheat meals. It's nice to have that guy that kind of can look over you.
Yeah, you need it.
You remove the ego, bro, and just understand that like we're all one, bro. So if I don't know something and I'm lacking knowledge, fuck my ego. Put it to a side. Let me ask Joe, who knows what he's doing, knows how to do this, do that. And I'm just absorbing that information now. And I'm thanking him. You got to just let your ego go, guys. Yeah. Kill the fucking ego.
Everyone who's great has had a coach, a mentor, whatever you want to call it. You know, how do you think fucking Mike Tyson got all the way to the top? You think he did it all by himself? Nah, he had a coach. He had a mentor.
I broke my back. Spinal. Did you get it or no?
Everyone, bro. All the coaches I know, all the fitness trainers I know, all your pro athletes, everyone that's at the top, business owners, everyone at the top, they've all learned from someone, and they've all had mentors. They've all had trainers. It's the only way you can get there.
Another Miyamoto Musashi quote: Do not pursue the taste of good food. For food is just a way to get nutrition and energy. The taste is secondary. Now think about that and let that fucking sink in.
Food is fuel. It's not pleasure.
Now can someone let that sink in?
Oh, shit.
Understand that, people. That's something that I really that's something I've been trying to like struggle with, not as of recently, but like when I first started, I had to really wrap my mind around like food itself. I had to stop eating for pleasure. Like it came down to just pleasure. Another quote from Miyamoto Musashi, I just know at the top of my mind: do not partake in short-term pleasures. That's just like the number one thing I tell all my clients too. Yeah. When you're indulging in this like binge eating shit, if you don't have fucking discipline to stay on a diet, you're just constantly going for short-term pleasures. Which leads us to the next thing. What's a short-term pleasure? Lust.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I mean, bro, lust is everywhere.
Shout out, Brett.
Oh, yeah, legend. All the bots on dating apps, swiping right and left, trying to fuck every night. Use your semen, gifted from God, trying to fuck every bitch. Social media. Yeah. People do that all the time.
And, dude,
we're all victims of it.
I used to be there, bro.
Yeah. That's the worst energy that you can waste, bro, is your sexual energy.
Dude.
You waste that on fucking whores, bro. But we're not any better if you're just fucking every girl, so. But yeah, that's like the worst energy that you can release. Because if you retain that and maintain that, bro, that makes you so strong mentally, it's not even funny.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll never forget one time, like, I just went on it just like a bender, bro. I was just sleeping with so many girls, bro, a couple girls a week. And when we first moved to Texas, and I slept with this one girl one time. I'll never forget, like, right after I was finished, she gets up, goes to my kitchen, eats my fucking cereal, makes herself at home, immediately done eating the cereal, doesn't even rinse the bowl out, but just leaves it right there on the counter, gets her keys and leaves. As soon as the door closes, I said to myself out loud, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what am I doing? Literally, what just happened? This bitch just came into my house, took my fucking cereal, and dipped. Never to be seen again, by the way.
That's elbows,
dude.
That's
elbows, dude. Okay? Understand, boys, all that shit's short-term pleasures, bro. You get on the fucking Pornhub, bro. Short-term pleasure. You feel like shit right after you nut. Well, why did I do that? Stupid me. 2 days later.
I'm back to it.
Scrolling on TikTok. Scrolling on this. See a girl twerking. Oh, right back to the hub. Oh, right back to the hub. This is what you do. This is how you set yourself up for victory. Go to every single one of those websites.
Block them.
Block them. Not even kidding.
And do what me and Justin did. Unfollow every girl.
I'm telling you,
especially, bro. I mean, we still follow a few girls that are friends, but you won't follow every girl that has an OnlyFans. Get that out of your subconscious. You never want to see that shit, bro. Also, something that was really helpful, that Bishop Marimari Emmanuel, shout out him, true warrior of Christ. He said a really good thing, man, about lust and, masturbation and all that shit. One, that's the thought of a devil. That's not a thought of God. That's the devil attacking you. And two, when you're doing that shit, you got to picture the devil laughing at you, saying like, "Got you, bitch." like you fell into it. And you got to also picture God looking down on you like, come on, bro. You really think God created you to do that shit every day? Nah. You think about those two things, I promise you'll stop that.
It's just like, what are you doing, bro? It says in the Bible, the oil, our oil, that is never supposed to leave our body. What do you think that sacred oil is? It's our semen.
Yup.
Now, the Bible verse that says, like, he anointed my head with oil, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what he's referring to, but
I don't know if that means, well, you kind of get the picture. Another Miyamoto Musashi quote, which I'll end off of, very simple. Never stray from your way.
yeah. Doesn't really get better than that.
What could your way be? Could be getting in the best shape of your entire life. Could be stop jacking off. Never stray from your way, bro. Always tell yourself that. Sorry, I cannot stray from my way. I need to be so disciplined that I will never stray from my way. Because before you make a decision, you only got two options. Go down the path of righteousness or not.
Which one sounds good to you?
Because you go down that other path, which isn't righteousness, that's just going to pull you right out of the now. You'll think back on the decision you made. You'll become angry. Then you'll start to get anxious of the future. I'm going to slip up again. And then you're just, like I said, bro, you're pulling yourself out of the now, people. The biggest thing we're trying to tell you guys is understand that God is in our fucking bodies.
Yep.
And understand that you need to become present, people. Like, so present. To the point where you're not even thinking about what just happened a second ago. Now, does that make sense?
And another Bible quote I really love with all this stuff, man, ties in with everything. It's 2 Timothy 1:7. For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. Like fear and literally just being a bot, like that does not align at all with what God has given us. If you're doing that, you're falling into the devil all the time. He literally says he gave us power, love, and self-discipline. It's literally what pretty much he's gotten on his neck. It's always faith over fear. Faith in God over anything else.
And that's a big topic too you just brought up, bro. Like, you use faith over fear into anything, I believe you can achieve whatever you want to do. Because if the second you start to doubt yourself, have that fear, like, I can't stand diet, well, you're fucking yourself right there. You need to have so much faith within yourself that you can stay on a diet, that you can show up to the gym every single day. And it's not going to be easy, bro. Like, dude, going to the gym, staying on diet is not easy. But it's what you have to do.
Yep.
Like, as a man, you need to challenge yourself every single day as a man. Because if you're not doing that, not challenging yourself, you're not growing. And if you're remaining the same, what do you become?
A bot.
A bot. I was just going to say a bot. You become a fucking bot, people.
And one of the most legendary quotes, too, that we were just talking about the other day, is that the hardest battle a man can fight is the war within himself. Because once you overcome yourself, once you once you conquer your mind and you don't let your mind control you, but you control your mind, you're going to win and you're going to be peaking. You guys get it?
I think another big thing that I can kind of remember and take away, I mean, I still do it to this day, bro. The person you want to become, understand that person of Justin that I see myself so clear as day. You can see this person in your mind so clear as day. That guy is always going to be 2 steps ahead of you. You can eventually catch up to this guy if you have discipline.
Yep.
Every time you're going to stray from your way, go off your diet, that Justin, or that version of yourself, that guy just got 2 more steps ahead of you. He's laughing at you.
Oh, yeah.
So let that guy even haunt your dreams. I tell a lot of my clients, the person you want to become, have that motherfucker stare at you every single second that you see, like in the mirror. Have that person staring at you. And just remind yourself, I'm catching up to you. I'm catching up to you. Stay disciplined, because that person you want to become will always be 2 steps ahead of you, but they won't be 2 steps ahead of you for long if you just keep remaining disciplined.
And adding to what he said, in everything that you do, which he always is, but you really have to remind yourself, God's watching you do everything. He is watching everything you do. He knows everything you're going to do. So even in your day-to-day basis, just think to yourself, God's watching me right now. I probably shouldn't jack off. I probably shouldn't give in to lust. I probably shouldn't be lazy. I should probably do something with my life and be great. Make God proud of his creation. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Remind yourself that every day, every minute. Even in moments, like, again, we're all human, bro. Sometimes I catch myself scrolling for even just a few minutes, and I'm like, bro, okay, what am I doing? I'm literally being a bot right now.
Yeah.
And then I have to get up and I have to, like, do something. So, I mean, we're all going to experience human feelings. Like, that's going to happen. But you just can't get absorbed into it and stay in it and be a bot. So just remind yourself that God is always watching you every second of the day.
Amen.
So really everything boils down to God. Everything,
That's the answer.
lust, sloth, discipline in general, it all comes from a lack of God.
Especially gluttony.
Yeah, everything, bro.
Like you're killing that God in you.
Can't kill the temple, man.
Every time. I mean, I think the obesity rate in America is like it's well over 50%, which is terrifying.
And it's also a bigger health crisis than hunger. Like, think about that, bro. That's crazy. Obesity is a bigger health crisis than people going hungry.
I just brought up how karma retribution is a real thing in the beginning of this podcast. Y'all ever seen the movie WALL-E? I'm not even kidding, bro. Give it 50 to 100 years, I think. And we'll be there.
It's going to be crazy.
And it's going to be so funny when the tables have turned so dramatically where it will be a phenomenon to see a person in shape.
Yeah. It even is kind of now, bro. Whenever we go out in public, like to the mall or grocery store.
I'm telling you, bro.
I mean, maybe once every 2 to 3 times I'm out, I'll see a dude that's pretty yoked. And I'm like, respect. Everyone else, definitely average build or obese. It's crazy.
It's very sad.
Praying those people find God, man.
It really is. I do understand, and I see where a lot of people are coming from because I used to be in those shoes. So I have all the free range I can say. Like, I can vouch. I've been on two sides of the playing fields, people. Pause. Not that way. But I used to be morbidly obese, and now I'm very much in shape. And I can tell you, I love being in shape. That wasn't even like life, in my opinion, when I was morbidly obese. I said this multiple times in multiple videos. When I was at my heaviest, I felt like my life, seeing in my eyes, was black and white. Now I see full color. It's crazy, but it's like truly the truth. I'm sorry if anyone out there that is morbidly obese, they can tell you, they can lie to you, I'm happy. They're not happy. They're not. They're just lying to themselves. Once you really just let go of the ego, really, and understand that God is constantly residing in that temple of yours, why the fuck would you neglect it?
And all you guys out there that are obese right now, but you're working right now toward the goal of being in shape, God bless you, brother, because you're doing the best thing that you could ever do for your life.
Respect.
And keep working. I don't care how slow or fast the progress is. If you're progressing every single day, even just this much, imagine how much it's going to be in a month. So keep going, brother. Keep grinding. You got God with you.
And I think anyone you can even attest to this, bro. Fat or skinny, the second you start seeing progress, bro, I think that's when your discipline gets a little bit even more tougher.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can become so addicted to the progress, you're like, okay, why the fuck would I slip up now? I'm making so much good progress. Like, you don't want to take a step back, do you?
Nope.
It's constantly moving forward, people. You can take that step back, you can binge, you can cheat on your diet, but remember what I just said multiple times. All we have is now. Remain present. Don't take yourself out of the now, ever. You can look towards the future, I guess, if you want to. You can be excited about it, but don't be anxious. Don't have that fear of you not accomplishing your goals. You got to have faith over fear 24/7, people.
And like you said, it's good to picture yourself like, if I do this every single day, this is what I can look like in 3 months. This is what I can look like in 6 months. then work toward that, brother. Have that. That's what I tell a lot of my guys too. Have that end goal in your mind, what you want to look like, and use that as motivation. Doesn't mean you're living in the future because you don't have that yet. But it means that you're doing everything that you need to do right now, today, to get to that end goal. And then once you get there, it's going to be really satisfying.
The biggest thing you can also say to yourself is, I did that.
Yep.
Your friends didn't do it for you. Your parents didn't do it for you. You did it for yourself.
Yep.
And that's when you learn a lot about yourself. Because when I got in the best shape of my entire life, when Joey looks the way he is right now, he's not thanking anyone else. He's not thanking his parents or, he's not thanking his friends. It's like the self-respect you earn and the love you get to have for yourself. So, Joey's going to do one more little reset, and then we'll kind of just wrap this bad boy up. Is there anything else you got in your notes?
No, but there's something I want to add on to what you just said.
Perfect. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Static Boys podcast. This will be a little shorter one today, just about an hour or so. So, W podcast in the comments.
Oh, yeah. But really just what you said, bro, I think self-discipline is the biggest form of self-love. Because why wouldn't you?
Very true,
yeah.
bro.
I mean, I know you feel a lot better being in shape. That's a lot of self-love to get there. I feel a lot better than being stick and bones. It's nice to have muscle, bro, and it is truly the best form of self-love. Because you respect yourself enough, you respect your temple enough to, to treat it like it's a temple of God, man, that he's given you. And like what he said, too, you did all the work. Well, you have God with you through everything. But like you said, man, people can motivate you. People can tell you what to do. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to how much you execute and how dedicated you are.
And think about this. Like we said before, the Static Boys drop is now live. We're calling it This Could Be Heaven drop. Now think about that for a second. By the way, these are all one-on-one items, never restocking. This will be out. We just went live this Wednesday, which is today. We're filming the podcast today. This will probably be out even Thursday and or Friday, which means the website is still live, and the items are actually already flying right now. They probably won't be in stock for maybe a week max. Like, they will not be here in a week from now, or even 2 weeks from now. And understand what I just said, one-on-one items, yeah, never restocking.
Ever.
So, think about this. This could be heaven. You don't understand what I'm trying to say? Go to our last podcast, linked in the description. This could be heaven. Okay, you understand that. Okay, oh, this could be heaven. You're walking around outside the firmament. You're walking around like a fucking body. Oh, wait, this could be heaven. Why would I be in shit shape when this could be heaven?
Beats me.
Because don't you want to be walking around in a fucking toga tobe with just looking like a fucking aesthetic Greek god? You know what you are? We're all gods. You might as well look like a god. And you can achieve that with one-on-one coaching by Justin Martini or RISERFIT. Be sure to DM us whatever your goals may be in mind. We can achieve them.
Now.
And apply now.
Nah, but for real, if you guys do need help, man, don't be scared. Come to either one of us. And we got you, brother. We're all brothers in Christ. We want to see everyone win and peak in the firmament.
Another shout out to our sponsors. Quick little shout out. RYSE SUPPS and RYSE Fuel. Code
Static Boys. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't have a RYSE Fuel today because last podcast, when I chugged 2 cups of coffee and a RYSE Fuel on the Potter, I had the worst caffeine crash in my entire life. So, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, it was kind of a shit trip.
Terrible trip. And then also shout out GYMSHARK. He's rocking some old school, like 80s vibes, leopard pattern. GYMSHARK is iconic.
All their new items just also got released like a week ago, so go check out all those new items. You want to save and support? Literally use code STATICBOYS for GYMSHARK as well.
Like, look at this combo. The leopard shorts from GYMSHARK plus the This Could Be Heaven shirt. That's a peak.
That's lethal, people. We also just got a new affiliate order message from Helix. People have been using code STATICBOYS for Helix. If you guys get the best shaker bottle in the gym industry, get a Helix and use code STATICBOYS because we have a code with them too.
Oh yeah, use that every day for the pre.
Yeah, that's like an everyday use. The Helix will blend anything. It can blend peanut butter. It can blend protein. It can blend human fecal matter.
What?
That's shit. If you want to drink shit, you can. In the new Hilo Mix. Code STHETICBOYS.
Boys.
That is just a joke. Please, for the love of God, do not drink shit. You'll probably die.
Please don't.
What's else on your mind, Joe? I think that's pretty much it, what I wanted to cover.
Yeah, I think that's like perfect, bro. We're at like an hour. Pretty much covered everything I wanted to cover.
That's all I can really think of, too. I mean, find your purpose, people.
Yep.
Find your why. Find why you want to get in the best shape of your entire life.
And find God.
And find God. I was also teasing our next drop.
Yep.
Find God. That might go on something. Could go on a pair of shorts. Could go on a t-shirt. Could go on a hoodie.
Could go tatted on our forehead.
We could tat it on our foreheads.
Only time will tell.
50 likes on this episode, and we might think about it.
And remember, the next video, as you guys saw in the beginning, we'll have Mr. Chicken and Rice right here. So if you guys have any questions that you want to know about this guy or anything that you want us to talk about, comment down below. And yeah, it's going to be a peak Potter.
Comment also down below anything else you want us to talk about, people. Please bring up Bible verses. We love talking about the Word. Got any questions about how you can get closer with God? Let us know. We are your guys' comments. I already told you that before. We are you, and you guys are us. So every time you tune into this podcast, I truly wanted to have like the feeling. Good night, bro.
Good night, buddy.
I truly want you guys to have the feeling that like you're just posted up in your couch right here. And you're just like in our discussion. You're in our talk.
You're vibing with us right now.
Yeah, you're just vibing with me and Joe. So like anything you want to know, anything you want us to talk about, comment below, people. Any other guests you want to see on here? Yeah, the next guest, the next episode will literally have Ben OG Sags. That's his Xbox username, OG Sags.
OG Sags.
But literally the CEO of Chicken and Rice, people.
The CEO of OG Sags.
OG sagging these nuts. People, find discipline and find God.
Amen.
That's the answer to your discipline. Every time you're lacking some lust, you're about to fucking go to the hub. Understand. Fuck Pornhub. When you can just read the Word of God.
That's the peak. The answer to everything is God.
Go open up the Bible, bro. Go anywhere in Psalms. You'll find some crazy discipline quotes. You'll wake up and you'll be like, holy shit. We do live in an environment.
Once you have that realization, this really could be heaven.
Think about it. I guess that is everything that we ever wanted to talk about. This will also be our last podcast ever.
Not.
Like I said, people, find God, find your discipline, find your why. Stay locked in, stay dialed in. Don't do it for me. Don't do it for Joe. Don't do it for your parents. Don't even do it because the girlfriend that you love so dearly has dumped you and left you in the dust. If you got a girl that just dumped you, fuck that bitch. You understand? All you have is now, brother. There is no past. A 4-year relationship, 5-year relationship, 3-year, 2-year, 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 days. It's all gone. Look, watch this. Now we're in the present. What feelings do you have in the present? They're probably not that deep. Understand that you must stay in the present at all times, King. Do not stray from your way, for all we have is now. Until next time, I'm Justin Martini.
RISERFIT.
God bless. Peace. I don't know why it's not playing. This song is heat.
Listen to the full song.
I fucking love you guys. Goodbye.
Play your haters surround me like vultures on the dead body. Get the fuck from around me, ain't tryna be your fucking friend. White boy with the nappy hat, bought the platinums, 9900 rap. But your bug thirsty, dirty, something motherfucking bone. Head, ass, won't get up, just playing nuts. Test your luck, might catch slugs, just that minute.